Hey guys, today I'm going to go over our first day, which will be July 7th. To prepare you for Algebra 2, let's make sure everybody's good at solving linear equations and inequalities. So this is going to come from page 24 through 26, which is loaded on our Google Classroom. We'll go through these 5 questions, and then there's one other question on page 140 that we'll go through. So in this situation, we want to make sure that we're solving for h. So we want to get all the h terms on one side and the numbers on the other. But first, let's carefully distribute this -4. So -8 plus 4h minus 3, we'll distribute this 3 also, equals 6 plus 6h plus 3. And let's combine some like terms. -8 and -1 is -11. 6 and 3 is 9. Let's move all the h's to the left to avoid any negatives. And maybe we'll move all the numbers, therefore, move all the h's to the right and the numbers to the left. Then we'll divide by 2. So -10, we could be sure that -10 is the answer. If we take -10 and plug it in place of all the h's, both sides should be equal. Now, a couple interesting situations. If you solve an equation and you get to the point where it says 7 equals 7, that means that there's infinite solutions. Because maybe previous to this step, it might have said x plus 7 equals x plus 7. And if you think about it, no matter what number you plug in for x, both sides are going to be the same. Think about 1,000. 1,000 plus a 7 equals 1,000 plus 7. So that's why there's infinite solutions. The other situation is when you get like 0 equals 7. That means that there's no solution because that just doesn't make sense. So where that comes from is like x plus 0 equals x plus 7. If you subtract x from both sides, you'll be left with 0 equals 7. You cannot plug in 1,000 for both x's and have both sides ever be the same. It would say 1,000 equals 1,007. There's just no solution. All right, let's try number 21. Number 21 is an equation, but it has fractions. So this is really important to make sure you're good at this. 5/2 r plus 3/4 equals 3/8 minus 1/2 r. Now you could go through this the same way as the other one and get all the r's on one side and the numbers or non-variable terms on the other, but when you have fractions, I suggest you multiply everything by the common denominator of the fraction. So if you look at the common denominator of 2, 4, and 8 would be 8. You want to choose a number that's going to cause all of the fractions to cancel out. So if I multiply by 8, I guess I'll write it next to all these so we don't mess up. This 8 and this 2 are reduced to 4. 4 times 5r is 20r. This 4 and this 8 reduced to a 2. 2 times 3 is 6. These 8's cancel, leaving you with a 3. And this 2 and 8 reduced to a 4, so it's -4r. Now I can move all the r terms to the left side and the numbers to the right. 24r equals -3. Then if you divide both sides by 24, r is, -3 over 24, which reduces to -1/8. And again, make sure you're checking your answer to make sure you didn't make a mistake. How about 44? 44 is a word problem. So I'm going to show it to you, then we'll try to do our work underneath. So it says a cell phone company charges a monthly fee of $35.20 per minute for any time used over 400 minutes. Your bill this month is $40.46. How many minutes over the allotted 400 minutes did you use? So the most important thing is that you declare a variable. Let's let x equal, look at what they're asking you. number of minutes over 400. So let's make an equation. You are charged $35 no matter what, plus 21 cents per time over 400 minutes, which is X. And you know that your bill is $40.46. So we'll set this equal to $40.46. Let's solve for X. We'll subtract 35. 21x, 0.21x equals $5.46. We'll divide both sides by 0.21. X equals, let's see, I could grab my calculator, I suppose. Yeah, I should do that. So, $5.46 divided by 0.21 is 26. So this person must have, used 26 minutes over the allotted 400. All right, let's do a couple more. What about number 79? 79 gives you a linear equation, but it's asking you to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So to do that, the x-intercept, if you picture graph paper, let's say 1, 0 is an x-intercept. Every x-intercept has a y equal to 0. Every y-intercept has an x equal to 0. So the easiest thing to do to find these intercepts is do each of these two things. For example, to find the x-intercept, let's force y to equal 0. Negative x plus 5y equals 8 is the original equation. Let's let y equal 0. So now it'll say negative x plus 0 equals 8. Negative x equals 8. So if I divide both sides by negative 1, x is negative 8. And you could graph this line if you want, put it in y equals mx plus b form, find the slope and y-intercept and see if in fact it does cross down here at negative 8. Or just get it to say y equals and type it into your calculator. Now for the x-intercept, let's let x equal 0. So negative x plus 5y equals 8. Negative 0 plus 5y equals 8 because we're letting x equal 0. So 5y equals 8. And please don't be afraid if you get a fractional y-intercept. That could happen. So negative 8, 0 is the x-intercept. And 0, 8/5 is the y-intercept. Okay, and finally, let's try number... This is from page 140. Number 29. It's another word problem. So it says, an internet music store charges $35 for monthly access, and you can download up to 56 songs every month. There is a $1.20 charge for every song downloaded after 56 songs per month. Write an equation for the internet music store modeling the total cost Y for X songs over the monthly 56 song limit. So let's think about this. Y is the total cost. Let's jot that down. And X is songs over 56 song limit. So let's think about this. It's $35. So the total cost Y will be $35. You can download up to 56 songs, $1.20 for every song downloaded after 156 songs. So that'll be plus $1.20 times X, number of songs over 56. So it's very similar to the other one. So this is the answer to part A. To answer the other songs, you just plug in the numbers that they give you. How much would it cost to download 50 songs? Well, let's replace X with not 50. This is number of songs over the limit. So it's simply going to cost, for 50 songs, the $35. Now in part B or part C though, it says 64 songs. 64 songs is over the limit. And remember, X is songs that are over the limit. So first, to do part C, we'll take 64 and minus, we got to figure out what X is, 56. So that's 8 songs over the limit. That's what X will be. So Y equals 35 plus $1.20 X. Let's let X equal 8. $1.20 times 8 is $9.60. Plus the 35 you got to pay no matter what is $44.60. So a little bit of thinking that goes into this one. And then finally, part D, it says the Internet Music Company decides to omit the monthly access fee, but charge 75 cents per song. When is this a better deal compared to the monthly access fee? So there's no monthly access fee. Well, the one that had the monthly access fee, remember, that was $35 plus $1.20. Why don't we set it equal to the situation we're talking about now? Just doing 75 cents a song. So if we set it equal to 75x and solve, we'll figure out when it's exactly equal. And then we could figure out by maybe graphing this when they're, which is better. So why don't we subtract the $1.20x from both sides? 35 equals negative 0.45x. Divide by negative 0.45. We get see if I did that right. We get negative 77. What we could do here to double check this, let's check this out. Here's our original equation. 35 plus $1.20. And then, oh, I made a little mistake here. This is going to be 75 cents per song. So X represent different things. So we got to figure this out. X on this one are songs over 56. This one is 75 cents straight up per song. So if we do a 35 plus $1.20x for the old one, and look at the table, I would just try to play this out. You could look at the table for that. This one, forget this idea. Y equals 75x. Now remember, x is total songs. 0.75x. Look at the table. Let's start the table off at 0. You could see it's 75 cents per song. Now for us, we get 56 songs for $35. Let's figure out how much 56 songs is for this. So for 56 songs, is $42. So this costs a little bit more, but then after that, it's only 35 cents per song. 75 cents per song. So you can compare the other equation and figure out when they're the same. So it's a kind of a cool thinking question. But please let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day, guys.